Questions 11 through 20 on the 2017 Grade 8 Gauss Math Contest. The volume of the rectangular prism shown is 60 centimeters cubed. What is the value of x? Well, the volume is going to be 4 times 5 times x, length times width times height. And they told me that's 60. So this is 20x, and therefore divide through by 20, and you get x is equal to 3. So number 11, the answer is D. In the diagram shown, David begins at A and walks in a straight line to C, and then walks in a straight line from C to B. Cindy also begins at A and walks in a straight line to B. How much farther does David walk than Cindy? David walks from A to C and then C to B, so his distance is 8 plus 15, and that is 23. Cindy walks from A to B. Well, we have to figure that out. We can use the Pythagoras. AB, that distance squared is equal to 8 squared plus 15 squared. This is 64 plus 225, and I believe that is 289. So therefore, AB would be the square root of that, which is 17. So Cindy walks 17. So how much farther did David walk? Well, he walked, looked like, if you compare 23 to 17, 6 meters more. So number 12, the answer is D. The sum of the first 100 positive integers, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 99 plus 100, equals 50-50. The sum of the first 100 positive multiples of 10, that is 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 990 plus 1000 equals. All right, 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus plus 990 plus 1000. Well, I hope you recognize that you can factor out the 10. And if you do, you get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 99 plus 100. And this you have already been given. Even if you didn't know that, you can use that formula n times n plus 1 over 2. But we don't need to use the formula since we've already been given that number. It's 50-50. And therefore, when you multiply by 10, it becomes 50500. And that would be choice C for number 13. There are 20 pens to be given away to 4 students. Each student receives a different number of pens, and each student receives at least 1 pen. What is the largest number of pens that a student can receive? So 4 students, right? And we are told that each student receives a different number. And we want one student to have the largest number. Okay, and of course everybody has to get at least 1 pen. So let's talk about this. If we want this guy to be the largest, we have to make the other 3 the smallest possible. Well, a student receives at least 1 pen, so the smallest can be 1. The next student, you would be tempted to put 1, but the problem is that everybody has to have a different number. So I can't put 1, but I can put 2. That's the next smallest. And similarly, the next student, I can put a 3. I can't put 1 and 2 because those have already been assigned. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, there's 20 in total. So that means this number is 20 minus 6, which is 14. And that scenario would give the maximum for one single student. So number 14, the answer is 14. And that's choice C. The number of even integers between 1 and 103 is the same as the number of odd integers between 4 and. Well, the number of even integers between 1 and 103 is going to be 102 divided by 2, and that's 51. So we want the same number of odd integers between 4 and some number. Okay, well, before 4, we have 1 and 3 as the odd integers. So between here and here, let's see, whatever this number is, if I divide by 2, I'll get the number of odd. And that number minus these two has to equal 51. So if that number is n, that divided by 2 minus those two, 1 and 3, has to be 51. So n over 2 has to be 53. So n has to be 106. And that is how you do it. So the number of odd integers between 4 and 106 is 51, and that's the same as the number of even integers between 1 and 103. So number 15, the answer is E. In the diagram, PQR is equilateral and has side length of 6 centimeters. Each of the shaded triangles is equilateral and has side length 2 centimeters. What fraction of the area of PQR is shaded? Well, let's use a little shortcut here. Let's draw these lines to illustrate a very helpful point, that this big triangle PQR is basically cut up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different small triangles, and each of those small triangles is equal based on the symmetry of this diagram. So the fraction of PQR that's shaded, it looks like 3 of those are shaded, and in total there's 9 of those small triangles. So that's the fraction, and in lowest terms, of course, this would be 1 over 3. So 16, the answer is B. On Coach Wooden's basketball team, Megan is the tallest player. Megan, her height is 188, and Avery is the shortest player. When used with the information above, which of the following single statements is enough to determine Avery's height? All right. Well, when I read through this, the one that caught my eye was D, because if I know the range is basically the difference between the tallest and the shortest. If we are given that's 33, I know the tallest is 188, and that's enough for me to calculate the shortest player. It would be basically 188 minus 33, which is, 155. That one single statement is enough. So number 17, the answer is D. Brodie and Ryan are driving directly towards each other. Brodie is driving at a constant speed of 50 kilometers an hour. Ryan is driving at a constant speed of 40 kilometers per hour. If they are 120 kilometers apart, how long would it take for them to meet? Meet or crash into each other, whatever the scenario is. So Brodie and Ryan, and I don't know where they're going to meet. Let's just say they meet here. Brodie is going 50 kilometers per hour and Ryan travels at 40. So let's say this is x. Since the total distance between them is 120, this would be 120 minus x. And the formula is speed is equal to distance over time, or time is equal to distance over speed. Now when they meet, when they get here, the amount of time that's elapsed for Brodie is the same as the amount of time that has elapsed for Ryan. So time for Brodie is the same as the time for Ryan. Using this formula, that time is distance for Brodie over the speed of Brodie. And then similarly, this is dt over st, speed. All right, dB is x, sb is 50. dt, the distance that Ryan travels, is 120 minus x, and the speed is 40. So this is the algebra. Cross multiply 40x is 50 times 120 minus 50x. 90x, therefore, is equal to 50 times 120, and therefore x is equal to 15 times 120 divided by 90, which is 66.6, repeat. But we are asked the time, so we have to figure out either one, TB or TR. All right, let's just figure out TB. TB would be dB. dB is x, so 66.6 over SB, which is 50. And this is equal to 1.33. 1.3, repeat, and that's in hours. And we have to figure out, I guess, hours and minutes. So that is 1 hour and 20 minutes. So number 18, the answer is E. In a group of 7 friends, the mean age of the first 3 friends is 12 years and 3 months. The mean age of the remaining 4 friends is 13 years and 5 months. In months, the mean age of all 7 friends is. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. These are the first 3. These are the remaining 4. So the first 3 friends, their average age divided by 3 is 12 years and 3 months. Let's convert that to months. That's 147 months. So that means A plus B plus C is 3 times 147. And then the remaining 4 friends, D plus E plus F plus G divided by 4 is equal to 13 years and 5 months. Let's convert that to months. That's 161 months. So D plus E plus F plus G is 4 times 161. Now we have to figure out the average of all of them. So A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G divide by 7. And that is what we are trying to figure out. Well, the numerator, A plus B plus C, that's 3 times 147. And then D plus E plus F plus G is 4 times 161. And then, of course, we got to divide by the 7. So when I do this math, I get 441 plus 644 divided by 7, and that comes out to exactly 155. That's it, because the answer choices are all in months, so no reason to convert back to years. So number 19, the answer is E. In the 6-digit number 1, A, B, C, D, E, each letter represents a digit. Given that 1 A, B, C, D, E times 3 is A, B, C, D, E 1, the value of A plus B plus C plus D plus E is. All right, so we've got to pretty much do this in a way like when we first learned multiplication. So let's set this up. A, B, C, D, E, and 1. So let's concentrate first on that. 3E, therefore, is equal to 1. Well, obviously, that's not going to be possible if E is an integer. How about 3E equals 11? Again, not possible. 3E equals 21. That is possible when E is 7. So, E is 7. I'm going to put 7 right there to represent that. But then when I multiply 3 by 7, I get 21. The 1 is there, but I've got to carry the 2. That's a very important point. Okay, now let's concentrate on the next one. 3 times D. But I have to add that 2, and that's got to equal 7. Well, that means 3D is equal to 5, and that's not possible. Well, that means 3D plus 2 doesn't equal 7. It may equal 17. Let's see. 3D is equal to 15. D is equal to 5. That does work. So, put the 5 for D. There we go. Put a 5 in there, 5 there. Do I have a carry here? 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17. Yeah, I have a carry. I have a 1 as a carry. Okay, next one, 3C plus 1 is equal to 5. So 3C is equal to 4. Well, that's not going to work. So 3C plus 1 perhaps could be 15. 3C is 14. That doesn't work. Doesn't work in terms of the fact that it won't give me an integer. I need integers. 3C plus 1, let's try 25. 3C therefore is 24. C can be 8. That works. So 8 for the value of C. C is 8. There we go. So we're getting somewhere. Let's try the next one now. Is there a carry? Let's see here. 3 times 8 is 24. And then we had to add the 1, 25. So yeah, there's a carry. I got to put a 2 there. All right, moving right along. Next one, 3 times B plus 2 has to equal 8, right? Yeah. So 3B is equal to 6, and B therefore is equal to 2. Okay, great. I didn't have to do too much work there. So this is a 2, and this is a 2, and there's no carry this time. So we get to the last one. Now 3 times A is got to be equal to 2. Well, that obviously doesn't work, so 3a is equal to 12. Let's try that. That works. A is equal to 4. So a equals 4, a equals 4. We got it. We got all the numbers. So now I just have to add them all up. A plus b plus c plus d plus e. That is 4 plus 2 plus 8 plus 5 plus 7, and that is equal to 26. So number 20, the answer is B.